Hello, everybody. Okay, so we are on week 2 of our boot camp, and today is all going to be about getting leads, generating leads, finding customers. Who are you going to facial? So grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we're going to talk about 2 different types of ways to market. There's more of the passive way when you are just out and about doing life. Who can you talk to and how do you meet people? And then there's the more intentional marketing of yourself. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the passive way. All right, so first of all, number 1 is when you leave your house, are you looking sugar sharp? Now, I'm not saying that we're always going to be put together every single time, but maybe the day that you're feeling like a hot mess, the kids are hollering and you are not put together, that would be the day maybe not to wear your pin when you're out, right? But I swear that's always the day when you meet the sharpest woman. So are you looking sugar sharp? Does your makeup look like you're a Mary Kay beauty consultant? Are your nails manicured? Are you put together? All right. So number 1 is when you're just out and about. So first of all, my first question is, do you have a name tag like this? So there is a company called MK Connections. You can find this on Mary Kay in Touch. You can get a basic logo kit. And when you order a logo kit, it comes with business cards. It comes with a badge. I guess they don't look like this anymore. They look like this. It comes with reorder labels, which we'll talk about in a second, and business cards. And so the logo kit is always the least expensive way to get your stuff. All right. Because if you even run low on 1 or 2 things, sometimes it's just cheaper to get the whole kit over again. But I would definitely suggest on getting this right away. So when you get your business logo kit, and you can spend hundreds of dollars here on stuff, getting stuff like, oh my gosh, posters and apparel, and oh my goodness, you could spend a lot of money here, but let's dial it down to just some of the basic things. So first of all, do you have a name tag, something professional that looks sharp that you could be wearing? See, when I go running around and run errands, do I have this on? All the time, because it's allowing someone else to comment on my name. What else do I have on? I have on the Mary Kay beauty coat. So again, when I go into the grocery store, like I just ran into Trader Joe's, a lady says, are you with Mary Kay? She goes, my daughter just joined. She's so excited. Okay, I never said a word to the woman. She said something to me, because between this and this, she could tell I'm with Mary Kay Cosmetics, right? So again, name tag, beauty coat. When you order that logo kit, it does come with the reorder labels. And so you are going to have some little person in your life help you, or a teenager, whatever, and have them put your labels on your product, not on the box. But the neat thing about this is your customers will very much appreciate going into the bathroom and having your name and number on the back of the product. You don't need to wrap it on everything, like lip liners, eyeliners, don't go crazy. But usually on like a miracle set, I put it on at least 2 of the products, like cleanser and maybe the night cream. I put on every bottle of eye makeup remover, micellar water. So you want to have the reorder labels. Again, it's subtly, passively marketing you. Okay. Another thing is when you're out and about, what should always be in your pocket? A little goodie bag. So what I put in my little goodie bags, I got these little baby cello bags from a company called My Girlfriend's House. But you can get little cello bags anywhere on Amazon or whatever. I put in here a piece of peppermint candy because it goes with the charcoal mask, because charcoal mask has peppermint in it. And on the other side is my business card. So these are just really simple. I make like 50 of these, and every day I grab 5 or 6 and I put in my pocket. And my goal is to find somebody who I think would love to be pampered. So again, it is passive marketing, but am I prepared? Absolutely. I have like 3 or 4 of these in a zipper pouch in my purse. I have these 1 or 2 of them in my car. I have these all put together everywhere so that I'm always prepared. You never know when you're going to run into somebody fun that you want to give something to. All right, so goodie bags are great. Also, a survey. Now, I will tell you, when you get business cards, you can get the 2-part card, like a tent card, where you have the other half for them to fill out, which is kind of nice because it never fails. You're like looking for a piece of scratch paper and a pen, and you're trying to get their information. So if you have the 2-part cards, that's great. But when I make the goodie bag and my cards on the inside, I need something for them to write on. So I usually carry 1 of 2 things with me. I usually carry, because this is such an easy way to meet people, I carry a foundation survey. These are from Mary Kay. There's 2 on a sheet. And I would say to somebody, I'd say, can I ask you a question? I said, do you ever wear foundation? Like ever? And they'd go, yeah, I wear it sometimes. And I'd say, oh my gosh, our company would, our company would like, myself and Mary Kay would love your feedback. And would you be willing to just give us your input on this super quick? It just asks like, how do you apply it? What shade is it? Do you use primer? And she goes, oh yeah, I'd love to give you my opinion. Every woman's got an opinion, right? And when she gets down here, she's starting to look at this. As she gets toward the bottom, I will say to her, oh, I said, make sure you put your name and your cell number on there. That's just for me, because every Friday I take all the surveys from the week and I pick 3, and those 3 women win a gift certificate. So just make sure you put the date over here on the side so I know which week to put you in the drawing. And every Friday, I might pick a whole bunch of, I met a whole bunch of women, or if I've only met maybe 8 or 9 women, I might just pick my 3. But I'm looking for someone who obviously doesn't have a consultant. But again, I am prepared. I have a whole bunch of these run off. I have them in a little hard cardboard folder in my car, because you don't want these to look beat up. You could use something like that. You could also use a different survey. I mean, it doesn't matter what you use. There's one of these called an on-the-go survey. It doesn't really matter what you use. You just want something fun to get their information, and it gives them something to fill out. Or you could use the other half of your card. Again, it's passive marketing, but it's a great way for you to get to meet people and exchange information. So at church on Sunday, I went to a new church and I met this woman who walked up to me to greet me. And she's a realtor. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. She's a realtor, and she gave me her business card. And she says, well, if you ever need a realtor, and she smiled, she goes, I'm sure you know a million realtors. I said, well, actually I do. And she says, well, and I said, but I'm curious, what do you use on your skin? And she says, oh, my sister-in-law used to sell Arbonne, so I was using it for a while. And I says, well, what are you using now? And she goes, kind of whatever. And I said, if I gave you a charcoal mask sample, would you give me your opinion? If I gave you a sample to take home? She goes, oh, I'd love to. So I pulled this out of my purse at church, gave her this info, and I said, is this the best number to text you on? She said, it is. I said, okay. I said, well, if I don't hear from you in 24 hours, I said, I'll give you a text. So again, she walked away with the sample. Now, usually this is a great tip, great for marketing. When they walk away, hopefully the back of their card isn't coated and black like this one. Most of the time, that's not the case. But normally I would write something about her, like met at church, mom of 2, tall, like anything I can do about them physically. I remember 3 things about them, 3 things that start with P: something personal, something physical, and something professional. Like, was she tall? What color was her hair? Something about her personally, like where's she from, whatever. And then something about her, she's a realtor. So that just helps me remember who's who when you're meeting people. Okay, so we talked about having a goodie bag. You could also put out a facial box. So now this happens to be a copy of a box that I put together. The company also has boxes through MK Connections. I just like these because these only cost me like $1.25. So if they get stolen or thrown away, I don't really care. But it just says enter to win. Drop your business card in or fill out an entry form to receive an ultimate spa pampering with a charcoal mask treatment and a $15 gift card. And so this doesn't have a slot cut in it. It's supposed to. And then I put on this little cord, the entry slips, and a pen. So where would you put these? Some great places would be where tire repair stores are, automotive places, oil change places, unless you stay in your car for the oil change, but like garage places, tanning salons, nail salons, massage places, nutrition stores, clothing stores, wedding shops, quinceañera places, all places like that. Also where your customers work. So let's say your customer is the assistant manager at a restaurant. Put it in the restaurant or in the women's bathroom at the restaurant. And then what I do is I give them an incentive to book with me. Excuse me, I give them an incentive for every lead that goes in the box. So if this is at a restaurant and in a week I get 5 slips, I say to the person at the restaurant who said I could put this there, I'm pretty generous. So I give them $5 of free Mary Kay for every lead that books a pampering with me. So if I get 5 leads and all 5 book, I'm going to give her $25 of free product. You know what that does? She will be constantly saying, hey, you guys, did you put your name in that box over there? Bakeries are also a great place. Mommy exercise places like the Mommy and Me, the mom and the little kid, like Jungle Gym and that kind of a thing. Those are great for that. So facial boxes are great. One quick rule of thumb, you can't put out one and pray. Well, you can. It's not very effective. So most people will put out 4 to 6 boxes at a time. And maybe have a power partner, because you go in the store and you're like, oh. So I will tell you, go into the store with the box, because when you say I'd like to leave a facial box, they don't know what that is. They're just picturing a big box with a face on it. They have no clue. Where if instead you go in to buy something at a store and you get a cute scarf or whatever, say, well, gosh, you know what? I'm helping, I'm building my business in the area. So there's a whole script I can give you for putting out facial boxes. Again, it's a great way to generate leads. All right. Also, you've got passive ways to market through Facebook. You can go onto your Facebook, go under your friends, and click on birthdays, and it'll list all of the people who are Facebook friends of yours, even if they're not all close friends, when their birthdays are. So you can reach out to them with a text that says, oh my gosh, I want to honor your birthday this month. And you can even go to your Facebook friends and see who their friends are. So Facebook in itself could be a great source of just getting to know people. You can also play the referral game at your parties and offer a gift if they give you referrals. Another thing that I'm doing, and I'm being really tight on recently, is making sure that I'm seeing everybody 3 times. So the 3 parties I did last week, I said at the beginning of the party, well, you guys, this is one of 3 appointments we get to do together. So I really hope you guys take advantage of the other 2. Tonight, we happen to be doing skincare and charcoal. So usually what we do, although we can do charcoal again, is most people want to do a spa treatment the second time, either microderm or glycolic. And then the third time they want to do makeup. And I said, it's going to be so much fun. I said, now we can keep having Christy be the hostess and she can keep getting all these perks, half offs and shopping sprees. Or if someone else wants to host it, you can do that and everybody can be invited to yours. And so 2 other people go, no, I want to host the next one. So I got this group of 6 women. They've already booked the other 2. One is for microderm and one is for makeup. So again, if you saw every client 3 times, what does that do? That really connects you to them, right? It really helps you close that relationship. All right, so let's go back over the passive ways again really quick. Having a name tag on, right? Wearing a beauty coat, putting your reorder labels on your product, having a survey or something that they can fill out, carrying the little goodie bags with you so you have something to give out, putting out facial boxes in some shops, going on Facebook, looking at Facebook friends and friends of friends, playing a referral game at your parties, and then making sure that everyone knows they have 3 appointments with you. So let's say you've been in Mary Kay a year and you're hearing this and you're thinking, oh, snap, I didn't know I was supposed to see everyone 3 times. You could literally fill your date book this week and the next 2 weeks with everybody that you have facialed in the past year, because you can call them and say, hey, Kelly, it's Diane with Mary Kay. How's your skin? You know, I know we did your pampering session 4 months ago, and you know what? I owe you a huge apology. I didn't realize that you get 2 more appointments with me. I totally dropped the ball. And so we did microderm. So this time you get to do either a charcoal mask, which is a deep cleanse with a hydration mask after, or we can do makeup. But I'd love to do the charcoal and the hydration with you. Does that sound like fun? Even if you just did her a one-on-one, schedule that one-on-one, and then you can always turn it into a party. All right, so now let's talk about intentional advertising or intentional lead generating. This is where you're actually, it's like asking for referrals. It's you're actually requesting that. So let's talk about where could you do these. Bridal fairs are great. Fitness events, anything fitness related is wonderful. Job fairs. So just write all these down. Bridal fairs, fitness events, job fairs, a dress shop. One of the consultants up in Oregon got her foot in the door to a chain of dress shops, and they let us come in for 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday for customer appreciation. We put a facial box like this out on the table. And after a while, the people think that you work there and they're like, excuse me, can you tell me where the belts are? And we're like, sure, I think the belts are back there, but make sure you come by because we're giving away lipstick samples to match all the outfits that you're getting today. And they're like, I want free lipstick samples. Like, just talk to the people in the store. So dress shops are fun, store appreciations, birthday celebrations. You could host your own Zoom birthday celebration and invite all of your April customers onto your event and tell them they're allowed to bring 1 person. And you could either do it as a complete watch party, or you could actually send skincare and a color card and all that to your birthday girls. So that's really something fun to do. School fairs are great. I love doing school events, whether it be a private Catholic school or a private Christian school, and they're doing it as a fundraiser, or there's a Catholic church down the street that does a huge multicultural festival once a year. And I love having a table there. So any church or school fair are great. Mall events. Sometimes the malls will do an event in the mall. And then also there's women's groups and moms events. So how do you find out about all these? Well, I'm going to tell you, you can go on Eventbrite, Eventbrite, eventbrite.com. Our national Janice Trude also recorded a great video called How to Find Vendor Events. So if you go on her website, which is thegratitrudearea.pink. So it's THE, all one word, GRATITRUDEAREA.pink. And you go under new consultants, and there's a thing under for virtual resources. And there's a video she made on how to find these type of events. Sometimes it's word of mouth. So since I don't have school-age children anymore, I'm going to ask the lady 3 doors down who I just met. Guess what? She's a teacher at the local Catholic school. So when I go back down there to drop off, I promised her I'd bring her some samples. I just met her today because I just moved here a few months ago. And she says, well, I teach at the private Catholic school. And I'm thinking, as soon as I walked away, I'm thinking, oh, do they do an event? So I'm going to ask her, do you do a fundraiser? Do you do a carnival? Do you do a fitness festival? Anything like that? I'd rather do a small venue, me personally, like that, than to spend $500 at a major bridal event that may or may not work. Quinceañera events are fun. Bridal events are fun. And it doesn't have to be a huge, massive event for it to be super, super successful. Okay. So these are just some ideas of ways to generate leads. But Mary Kay used to always say to us, book 8 to hold 5. And if you had 5 parties on your books right now, and they all held, and you booked at least 2 parties from every party, then in 2 weeks, you should have 10 parties on your books. And from those, you have even more. And from those, you have even more. But do you see, when you're out running errands, if you're looking sugar sharp, your hair is cute, gang, if you haven't gotten a compliment, this is the tip from Gloria Mayfield. If you haven't gotten a compliment on your hair in the last 30 days, grow it, dye it, color it, cut it, do something for a new do. Okay. Because it can make all the difference in how you feel and how you present yourself. All right. I hope this has been helpful to you guys. These are some great ideas. And we are going to wrap this right into booking, because when you have all these leads, there is a system, which we will be teaching next week, on how to handle booking. Because when you reach out to book these women, only 1% to 2% are going to respond on your very first reach out. So if you got an event, let's say you just did an event. Here's an event that I just did with one of my consultants. I got over 30 leads. And that night I texted all 30. I postponed eating dinner. I texted all 30, and I had immediately 11 people text me back out of 30. That's a really, really high percentage. So then out of those, and then you just keep going. You just keep going and you keep going. All right, you guys, I hope this has been helpful, and have a fabulous boot camp number 2.